Hi everyone, it's me, Darlene, with a sweatshirt on in my own home. I was cold. What can I say? I don't know what the temperature is, but I'm by a lot of windows that are very leaky and the cold air just pours through. Although, I think I'm getting warm and toasty now, so excuse me while I take this off. That's better. We were very close to a hot alert. I am here with my YouTube earnings update for January 2018. That's where we are right now. And for those of you who are new to this series, I have been doing this for almost 2 years. I have been letting everybody know twice a month what my earnings are. I tell you a bunch of different stats. I show you on my computer just to give you a realistic view of what it is like to earn money on YouTube. And there are some YouTube changes. I'll talk about that in just a little bit. First, let's get right to the stats. I want to mention that my stats all went up. I think every single one of them. And some of them by a lot. I mean, like, so much more that I wonder, did I even write this down the right way? I'm sure I did. Yet, my earnings did not go up. I need a pen in my hand or I can't function. I'm at least very happy to see that the stats went up because it's important to me to know that my efforts do count for something. So more views, more watch time, all that. As for earnings, January can be a slow month. I looked back last year and I believe in December I had earned like around $300 and something, and then January I went down to like 100 and something. It was like cut in half, and then February I went back up to like 300, and then the rest of the year was good, and just kept going up and up until like September, October it started to go down a little bit. I don't know, you guys know, those of you who have been watching. I know some of you keep notes on this, which is kind of odd, I think, but thank you. Thank you for watching this series. I still have some people who have been watching this series and only this series for the entire time that I have been doing it. They watch no other videos of mine except for this, so I'm happy to have the audience for this series, so I do appreciate it. Okay, let's, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so everything went up. You'll see how remarkably high some of them went compared to December, yet the earnings, not there. Oh yeah, so the good news about the earnings is that it's, you know, hopefully going to go up in the next couple of months because the holiday ad revenue, a lot of businesses spent their budget on advertising over the holidays. A lot of them start fresh again after a little while, so hopefully they'll start kicking in. At least I know that my stats are up, so that is at least making me hopeful that earnings will follow. January 2018. I uploaded a total of 30 videos. 11 of those were for Patreon, exclusive, and I think out of those 11, 2 or 3 of them were just little quick bloopers. 4 of them are from my ASMR channel. I keep wanting to say my new ASMR channel, but I've had an ASMR channel for 3 years. I stopped uploading to it 2 years ago, but I'm back on that channel uploading. So if you are an ASMR fan, please go subscribe. I need your subscriptions more than ever now because of the new YouTube requirements. So please, if it's something you enjoy, go check it out. If you don't know what ASMR is, do a quick search on Google and you will find out. Then do a quick search on YouTube and you will find a gazillion videos that provide ASMR content. Some you might hate, some you might love. You just gotta shop around until you find a content creator that you enjoy. Hopefully that will be moi. And then 15 videos were for YouTube, my main YouTube channel, my public YouTube channel. Last month, I did only 9 for YouTube and 6 for Patreon. So I've been a busy girl. It means I uploaded a total of 30 videos in 2 weeks. All right, subscribers are up. I was down to only 540 new subscribers for the first 2 weeks of December, and I got 1,348 for the first 2 weeks of January. I forgot to see how many I have total, so let me just look at that so I can write that down. I have 36,372. Good. And views. For December, the first 2 weeks, I got 111,469 views And for January, 200,189. So from 111,000 to 200,000. See, that's a big improvement in views. Watch time for December, first 2 weeks, 778,590. Watch time first 2 weeks of January, 1,444,088. So, I mean, that almost doubled. That's pretty cool. Retention is the same, 43%. My gender is 14% boys, 86% girls. Lost a couple boys. My shares went up. First 2 weeks of December, I had 391 shares. And so far this month, 949. And the end screen went up. 2.63% of the elements that show up on my end screen got clicked. I do think it went up because I have been promoting some of my ASMR videos on there, and so people are just curious. They want to know why I'm brushing a microphone in the dark. That's why. And my traffic sources are suggested videos so far this month, 62%. Last month, that was 54%. Is that what I wrote? Is that what my scribble says? And my browse feature for this month so far, 16%. Last month it was at 20%. And the search function is again in third place out of traffic sources. It's only 4.4%, but it always has been low on the list. So I am glad to know that I'm being found in search more. That's good. I don't know what to do with my glasses. They're crooked for some reason, and it's like that. And it makes it closer to my eyeball, and my eyelashes bat up against the windshield. So I'm not comfortable with them on my face. They need to be on my head, but I can't see because eyes are not there. Playlist. Last month, for the first 2 weeks, I appeared in only 1,471 playlists. And right now, so far this month, 2,822. I got to change these fucking glasses. Let me see. Let's try these. Oh, much better. No eyelashes. Yeah, 2,822 playlists my videos are in. Revenue. Last month, for the first 2 weeks, I was at $400.29, which was low compared to like what I had done in August. And I even went up a little bit in September. That was like $1,400, something like that. September, a little bit more. And then October, November, December, down. And it looks like January's down also. Anyway, so $400.29, and so far, first 2 weeks of January, I'm at $391.63. So not a whole lot more down, but the stats are all way higher. So like I said, it's good that the stats are up because that, gives me some hope that earnings will follow. Quickly about the YouTube change. YouTube, it used to be you started a channel, you could monetize right away, and that's how it was probably since the beginning of YouTube. No, the beginning of YouTube, there wasn't even monetization. When they started monetization, any channel could be monetized, even if you just started it. You needed an AdSense account because it's our ads that we put on the videos through our AdSense account. AdSense pays the content creators, and YouTube gets a cut of that. But we don't have to monetize our videos if we don't want to, but most choose to if they're allowed to and able to. So that's the way it has been going. A while back, months ago, I'm going to say, I can't remember exactly when, it changed to where someone needed at least 10,000 views on their entire channel before they could monetize. That was a downer for people who were just starting out and they were anxious to try earning some pennies. But, 10,000 views, if you really want to make a go of this, you obviously have got to get to 10,000 views at some point, and or you're not, going to be making money anyway. So you're really not losing a lot, maybe $1 of earnings that you're losing because you haven't monetized yet. Now they just changed it. Was that today that this all came about, or was it last night or yesterday? I can't even remember. I've talked about it so much in my head that I can't remember. Now a channel has to have 1,000 subscribers and a total of 4,000 hours of watch time per 12-month period. So that doesn't affect this channel for me, but it does affect my other channels. For instance, Skylar's channel, she has enough subs, but she doesn't get the watch time because she only gets really watch time when I upload videos when I'm with her. And she has been earning a little bit and she gets a kick out of that. I mean, she's almost up to or over $50, which is a lot for a 9-year-old kid. She likes that, but her channel won't be able to earn. Actually, those who are eligible to earn right now have a 30-day grace period. You have a chance to build up your watch time and your subscribers for 30 days. I believe it takes place February 20, but for channels that are not eligible for monetization yet, it starts immediately, the new rules. And then, of course, I feel bad for Derek. He's been trying to grow his channel, and he thought, he just had to get up to 10,000 views, but that has changed for him now. And then my other channels, well, my ASMR channel, it was monetized, but I only have, I only had like 149 subscribers or something like a week ago. I'm up to, I don't know, getting kind of close to 300, I think. So do go subscribe. Here's the thing. Change, for me, I instantly feel like, oh, for a split second. And then I immediately go into damage control mode. I know there are people who are going to hate it. I know there are people who are going to be vocal about it. I know there are people who are going to put down YouTube, and there are tons of videos. It was yesterday, because I looked last night for the heck of it, and the videos were already up everywhere. And you can tell by the thumbnails that they're just trashing YouTube. I won't watch any of them. I just won't. I know many of them are doing it for the clickbait and the views and all that. And that I'm fine with. People can put up whatever content they want. But I bet you the ones that are successful and continue to be successful, deep down in their heart, they can't possibly hate YouTube, because you can't be successful with a platform that you hate. You just can't. It isn't allowed by the law of attraction. It's just not allowed. If you hate something, you're not going to be successful financially, because you have to be successful or happy and passionate and willing to work your ass off for something, for some kind of a reward. And if your reward is financial, you're not going to get there if you're not happy. It's just not possible. I don't understand why people don't realize that. And I used this as an example in a group that I have. If you go to Walmart every day and you continue to work at Walmart and all you do is bitch about Walmart and you bitch about the employees, you bitch about the company itself, you hate your hours, you hate the pay, you hate everything, but you keep going to work, how is that going to work out for you? You want to stay miserable, you aren't going to go up the ladder if you're even interested in going up the ladder. It's like you can't be successful in a lousy relationship, whether it's marriage or friendship or work, whatever. You have to have some passion for what you're doing if you want to succeed with it. That's just how I feel about it. And I'm a pretty good example about this because I pretty much hate everything. I think there's a lot of shitty things in this world. But one thing that I'm very good at is business. I have been able to work for myself for 20 years. Are we up to 20 years now? Maybe a little bit more. I think 22, actually. I have been able to do that and enjoy every frigging step of the way through all kinds of things that have changed and have, had the bottom fall out from under me and, things that I thought I couldn't recover from. And I always recover because I immediately pick myself up and dust myself off and say, let's go on to the next big thing. But one tip for people who do want to work for themselves, the minute you start making money, you have to bank it. Because the next time you need to change careers, you're going to need to have money to live off while you're making that transition. The best thing to do is to always have something else while you have this thing. After you've got this thing up and running and it's doing well for you, start a couple of other things. Test them out. Start making some money there. Because if this falls out of the picture, and it almost always does, you have something else to fall back on, plus your savings. Plus, stop spending money. The best way to save money is to not spend it. People think they have to make more money to have savings. No, you have to stop spending. You can start saving, and those savings will allow you to start another project whenever you want and help you get through. So anyway, I'm full of advice today, and probably none of it is good. I can only explain to you how I've done it. So I'm pretty good at business, good enough for me that I can support myself and, you know, have the things that I have, pay cash for a car. I mean, not everybody can do that. I buy used cars, but I don't buy a clunker for $2,000. You know, I buy a nice used car. I can do those things because I have set my life up to be able to do these things. It's not impossible. People have this, oh, woe is me attitude about money. Anybody can have money if you are capable of working. And people in wheelchairs who have to blow through a straw to move around can still earn money. Believe it or not, you can earn money. You just need at least, I guess, a brain, probably not even half a brain necessary for a lot of jobs. So I just want to say that change is usually always good. Everybody can get through it, but you have to not let yourself feel bad or feel bad. People can hate YouTube and be really pissed off, but at that point you might want to make a decision and say, look, I can be upset and try to stick this out and just be miserable the whole time, or I can step away from it and find something else that I'm happy with. You can always leave. My country, 'tis of thee, is 82 countries total. US, UK, Canada, always my top three. US got 72% of the watch time. UK, 8.7%. Canada, 6.4%. Australia, 3.0%. India, 0.8%. Germany, 0.7%. Russia, 0.6%. I was going to say Safari. South Africa, 0.5%. Netherlands, 0.5%. And Sweden, 0.4%. My top 5 states in the United States. Oh, and I didn't put the percentages. That's okay. What the hell is that? Oh, then we got to do the bottom countries first, the things I can't pronounce. I can pronounce number 5 and number 4. This is number 5, apparently. This is number 4, apparently. All right? It's just, I'm working in code today. 5th from last is Iceland. 4th from last, Magnolia. No, it's a flower. Mongolia. 3rd from last, Azerbaijan. I'm going with that. 2nd from last, Kyrgyzstan. And in last place, Tunisia. I don't even know if I said that one right. My states, 1 through 5, top 5, California, Texas, Florida, Ohio, and Illinois. Maine is in 20th place. What the fuck, Maine? Come on. 5th from last is Hawaii, then Vermont, then Delaware, then Wyoming, then bottom places, Alaska. And again, I don't know. I didn't write the numbers down, but that's not that important to you. Okay, let's go on over to the stats. You can see we are looking at January 1st through the 15th, and there's my line. I only had one day. Jeez, I was going to say only one day over $50. It's not even. I had only one day over 30. What is this, 1982 or something? But I'm okay with that. I am, because my stats are up, and that has to mean something good. So it's still my quilting stuff that is in the top, and I will just pause and let you study this. I meant to say you can pause and study this if you want. And there is the bottom. Not too much going on there. And I will show you this article that explains what's going on with YouTube in case you are a creator and you want to know what is going on. And it's at their blog. You can do a Google search for YouTube blog and it should come right up. But I will link to this particular article in the description box down below. So do go check it out. Not going to read it to you right here, but you can see this is where they explain everything that is going on.
And now back to the camera.
You know, I do want to say that obviously I'm human in many ways, and I also feel the effects of things. I do. I can feel crushed, but I instantly, and I seriously mean this, I instantly need to put that aside and find a way to make things work for me because I rely on this as my income. I know there are people who don't rely on YouTube or whatever they do. I don't have just YouTube. I have other things. I have my blog. I have a rental property. I have these Fabric Frenzy sales that I have on fabric and eBay. And, you know, I do other things. I'm affiliated with just about every kind of store out there through affiliate programs. And I earn money by promoting products and doing things like that. There's lots of ways to get by in this world, but the only way you can continue to do it is you have to have a good outlook, and you have to be happy with it. So when I start to feel like shit about something, let me give you an example. I had a very successful coupon blog for 4.5 years, and at the peak, I was making very good money, over $1,000 a week, which is good for just that, considering I had other things going on too. And one day my blog was gone, just gone. And I called GoDaddy, and they said whatever had happened could not be reversed. It was gone. I honestly thought like I could pass out. I've never been so sickened in my life. I was like, what is happening? I mean, I just couldn't believe it. I would say I was probably sick and cried like a baby and called GoDaddy again. Is there any way? Can I have somebody else? Please, somebody has got to be able to help me with this. It can't possibly be gone. So then I wrote a blog post on a different blog that I had, and I let my followers know, I can't do deals, I can't do anything. I've completely lost my blog. And I was very, very sick over it. I mean, I can remember wailing. I mean, I could not believe it. I don't know, maybe 3 hours later, I sat up and said, there's something else. That's all there is to it. I have to just pick myself up, dust myself off, and go to the next best thing. I did. I got up and I got a whole new attitude, and I thought, okay, I can just start my blog over. So what? All those thousands and thousands of deals, they're old deals. Nobody gives a shit about the old deals, and my followers will stay with me and help me to build this up. And as I started to do that, I had another question for GoDaddy that had nothing to do with my missing blog. And as I'm asking her a question, and this is like at nighttime now, maybe like, 10 o'clock at night, because now I'm all gung-ho, ready to start something new. I happened to mention to her the struggles that I had that day, and she was like, let me see if I can do anything about it. And I'm not kidding. Within 20 seconds, my fucking blog was back up and running. Now I was almost pissed, like, what the hell? Why did I have to go through all that all day when all of a sudden my blog can magically reappear? So it just, I guess that whole story was just to say that nothing is a sure thing. And had I not made that call again for whatever reason, I would have never known that my blog could come back. And the only reason I made that call is because I already now was working on something new. I was happy, I was anxious, I was moving forward, and something good came out of that. I ended up making a call that got me my blog back. So you have to just find a way to get past the things that piss you off in business. I wish I could do that in my regular life, but I can't. I suck at everything else. But for business, for some reason, I have a very upbeat attitude about it. And I know it's because with all the crappy things that happened in my past, one very good thing was my father's attitude about money. And as a very little girl, I helped him with business. I have pictures of me when I was maybe like 2 or 3 years old. He would give me the end of a rope. He had to have so many yards or whatever of rope for his lobster traps. And I used to walk the rope for him. He would put a post or tell me what tree or whatever, and I had to carry that rope out until we reached that tree. And he knew the rope was the right length, and he would coil it up around his arm and give me another rope, and I would do that. I certainly don't remember him paying me. I was just a little girl, but I knew it was his job and I was helping him with it. And I felt very, very happy that I was able to do that. Then as I got a little bit older, if I asked for something, he would say, I can't right now because it's been a bad couple of weeks for catching lobsters. But if you come down cellar and start helping me work on building some traps, I can start to pay you for that a little at a time. And when you get so many traps made, I'll be able to help you out and maybe get you that thing. And I was probably 8 or 9, and I would go down cellar with him, and I would put the lards on the trap. The traps were all wooden back then, and I would do the hammering and stuff. And I just knew if I work, I will be able to help my father to make money, and him making money will get me whatever the thing is that I wanted. And it was just made sense, and I don't know, it always stayed with me. It was like the one thing that made sense in my life and that I wasn't afraid of, and that felt normal and kind, and I don't know. I guess it just stuck with me. So, you know, when you teach kids good things, it does stick with them. And when you teach them the horrors of life, that sticks with them too. So try to teach your kids good things. It worked for me, at least business-wise. The rest of the world, I can't fucking stand any of that. But business, I'm okay with because my father made it like a good thing. I never heard him complain about paying a bill at all. He was happy to pay bills. Oh, it's time to pay bills. And would you like to do the calculator for me? And it was an old adding machine. It was just always a good thing. He was happy. He said, never be upset that you have to pay a bill. If you don't want to pay that bill, you get rid of that service. If you don't enjoy and appreciate the electricity you have, go live in a tent and live that way. But if you have electricity, be happy and pay for it willingly, freely, and don't overspend. You just don't get things that you can't afford. He was very, very smart. He went to 4th grade, and he was a very smart man, self-taught with business and everything, and I miss him. All right, I'm going to end on this note, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.